first phase of polling, but apparently the TMC alleging that many of the EVMs are malfunctioning.
That's right. The leader of the parliamentary party of the Trinamool Congress, Mr. Shrudeep Bandyopadhyay, went and met the CEO today and complained of, EVMs not functioning in a whole lot of places. He has submitted a list and also complaining about intimidation of voters, even not only by opponent parties but also by security personnel. But we are here at Pirakata and it's right now quite peaceful. Huge number of men waiting in the blazing sun here in West Midnapur district. This is the Midnapur seat and this is a school at Pirakata, once the center of a lot of Maoist activity. We used to come here about 10-12 years ago and it was extremely fragile at that time. But right now voting peaceful here. However, in many places we are hearing of reports of sporadic trouble. There was trouble in Shalboni, for instance, early this morning when the CPM candidate, his name is Sushanta Ghosh, he used to be a minister in the left government. Sushanta Ghosh went to a booth and there he was heckled, allegedly by Trinamool persons, and literally chased out with people hitting his vehicle with shoes. It was a very shocking situation. Lots of media persons were present over there and they were also roughed up. Some vehicles, windscreens were smashed. That was here in Shalboni, not very far from where I am, but out in East Midnapur district, there has been a string of eruptions of trouble since the morning. East Midnapur, remember, is the so-called stronghold of Shubhendu Adhikari, the leader who went from the Trinamool to the BJP. Now at the South Kathi seat, there seems to have been quite a lot of problems. That's where some Trinamool supporters complained at a booth that there was a malfunction in the EVM, and when they pressed the Trinamool symbol to cast their vote, the vote went off to the BJP. That's what they claimed. The net result of their complaint was suddenly a lot of Trinamool supporters gathered outside the booth and there was a lot of hangama, as it were, and voting was held up for almost 3 hours. Later, voting resumed after section officers and other officers of the Election Commission arrived on the spot and completely dismissed the possibility of such a malfunction. That hasn't stopped the Trinamool Congress. Trinamool has gone and complained to the CEO of malfunctioning EVMs. The Congress too has been to the CEO and complained of intimidatory tactics, again by rival parties, and the left and Congress have done so, the Trinamool has done so, and even the BJP. All three parties claiming opponents were trying to intimidate voters to vote in a particular way. However, the fears of violence, thankfully, that has not happened. There have been sporadic incidents, there is tension, but the violence is not there of the kind that we have seen in the past. The Election Commission certainly laying down the law, as it were, with 730 companies of security forces deployed for 30 seats, which is substantial. Huge presence of security forces. West Bengal police also present, but it is the central forces that are there everywhere in significant numbers, and somehow peace has been held by and large. There has been a loss of life at a place called Keshiari in West Midnapur district, but there is a debate over what caused that death. Was it a squabble with friends or rivals of some kind, or was it political? That has not been determined, but one person was found dead outside his house at a place called Keshiari early this morning with injury marks on his body. Back to you.